Rare has recently had their 2024 showcase revealing what's to come for the rest of the year, including details on Season 12, 13 and 14. This has got me incredibly excited, so let's get right into it. After a very slow 18 months, Sea of Thieves finally has a new roadmap, and it contains a bunch of new stuff that's got me feeling like we're entering the second golden age for Sea of Thieves. Delays and such pending, but fingers crossed none of that's going to happen. Season 12 is focusing on adding new toys to the sandbox. The devs have chosen to add 2 new loadout weapons, a double-barreled flintlock and throwing knives. Yes, dual melee builds are now a thing. The new flintlock allows players to shoot 2 shots in quick succession with less damage, or hold down the trigger to hit people with both barrels for more damage overall. This should sit between the blunderbuss and flintlock in terms of range and damage. It also has 6 shots overall, and you can reload between both shots. The throwing knife is what excites me the most. It has 3 forms of damage: the throw itself, that will deal damage on impact and has a slower projectile speed. I'm sure this will hit Reg like fuck. You can also do a light stab as if you're doing a G-check on the Mandem in South on a Saturday night, or you can wet up your foes with a heavy stab that's charged like the cutlass lunge. I think I'll be rocking this with my cutlass just to prove I've studied the blade. This is exciting stuff all round, but it's not stopping there. 3 new tools are being added. The first is the Horn of Fair Winds, a magic conch that shoots air out of it. You can use this to push enemies back, move faster in water as it propels you like a jet engine, or use it on your sails to speed up your ship. It can also put out fires. It's so bloody cool. The scatter shot is up next and is a new ammunition type. It lets you fire 4 smaller cannonballs instead of 1. These do less damage, have lower range and cap out at tier 2 holes instead of tier 3 holes like regular balls. They take the role of shotgun ammunition and are best used at very close range. This is the first time we've had something like this since 2020. Lastly, we have the Bone Cooler. This is a throwable that will summon skellies to fight for you. Yes, you heard that right, skellies will fight for you. They will attack AI and players, and they will be friendly towards you. They can even be used on your ships to buff up your crew, send AI boarders, or find tuckers. I can finally feel part of Flameheart's army, and it looks like Season 13 will do even more to fulfill that. We still have more. Harpoons can now be balanced on, so players can use them as tight ropes to traverse the environment. You have to balance on them in a little minigame. You can't use weapons, but you can carry loot. If the angle becomes too steep, you can climb on it, but you can slide down it similar to Monkey Island ziplines. This is something that was planned since before launch, and I'm chuffed to hear it's being added to the game. Ziplines, which we knew were coming before, will be dotted around the map and function like they do in Monkey Island. This is really great to have, although I can't see them making a big impact since, you know, we can just do this. Now on to the big one. Nearly 2 years I've been waiting since Return of the Damned, and 6 years in total. Flameheart is finally back in Season 13. We still have to wait for the summer, but at least we know when he's coming back. Captain Flameheart returns with a bunch of new goodies, but mainly a new world event, with an insane twist. The Burning Blade is reborn into a giant man-o'-war that patrols the map, leaving a plume of smoke in its wake. It's a larger ship, crewed by Flameheart's most faithful, and can be sunk for loot. This ship is larger than any other ship, it has a giant maw capable of shooting fire from its mouth to do massive damage, and it has 10 cannons. It sounds like a bog standard world event, right? Well, defeating the ship puts it in an almost downed state. Those loyal to Flameheart can board the ship, enter the captain's cabin, and pledge their allegiance to the flame. Your ship will sink, and then the Burning Blade becomes yours to command. You spawn on it when you die, and the AI crew will help you shoot cannons, repair, and attack boarders. Your crew becomes the world event. Then you can go and do voyages, harass other players, or stack some loot. And yes, the AI crew scales in size with your crew size, so solo players can do this too. You also have a new activity coming in Season 13, in the vein of Sea Forts, which can be tackled away from this event or as the Burning Blade crew. New skeleton camps have popped up around the world, 6 in total. These are similar to the Sea Forts but occupy already existing islands. Players will go into the skeleton camp to reach ancient temples and solve puzzles. Finishing this activity awards new loot. Loot and reputation can be acquired infinitely on the Burning Blade and ends when it sinks. This season looks phenomenal in my biased opinion, and it encompasses almost everything that makes Sea of Thieves awesome. I just hate that we have to wait so long for it, but I also love how non-Flameheart fans can oppose it to and be rewarded. It seems basically perfect on paper. Season 14 is yet another sandbox season, focusing on tools and mechanics that allow for mischief and stealth. This is still far out, but Rare are committed to focusing on new ways to engage with the world. With a focus on stealth, they have plans to enable players to crouch, hide in chests, and hang on the sides of ships. As for new tools, they also plan on making a blowpipe with different types of darts that have different types of powers. These include tracking darts, darts that can lure skeletons to specific positions, or even trigger sound effects. The grapple gun is also coming, with the ability to grab players and loot, or use it to traverse the environment. Traps are also planned, with spring traps placeable on ships or islands that can trap players or skeletons. This is far out, but looks incredibly promising. If Rare can pull this off, 2024 has the potential to be the actual best year we've ever had, and I say that seriously. As hard as I can be on the team, this looks truly special and has me excited for a possible return to the golden age for Sea of Thieves. Maybe we could call it the Diamond Age or some shit.